Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and a lot of you guys have been sending me messages saying, Joey, I know that Hurricane Ian came through and the remnants came through and hit our beach and there was a ton of flooding, there was a lot of erosion. Can you give us a tour? And so I figured that today it's beautiful out, it's not too windy, we would go out and give you guys a tour of the North Wildwood Cliffs. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. And a special thank you out to my patrons on patreon.com. It's because of them I get to do fun videos like this. If you too want to support this channel, all you have to do is click the links in the description below. Anyway, let's get started. Before I give you a tour of the cliffs of North Wildwood, let's talk about how this actually happened. You see, this was happening at the same time that Hurricane Ian was churning up in Florida. You see, as it made its way up through Florida, through the Carolinas, we had this low front right over here off the coast of New Jersey and the Carolinas that kind of sat for a while. Now, that low front, which I guess you can kind of say in a way was getting stronger because of the hurricane, sat off of the coast and was rotating with its wind speed. This wind was coming in from the north into the west. So imagine that, you got like New York here, it was rotating, and that top of the wind was hitting New Jersey. Some of that wind was about 40 miles per hour. So we already had high tides because we're almost having a full moon. And then we had this wind that was pushing the water and shoving it up against the beach. Well, that amount of force was ripping the beach apart, and that's where you get erosion bad like this. On top of that, the back bays were already covered with water because, keep in mind that we were getting drenched from the hurricane and the remnants of the hurricane. So we were getting inches of water, plus this crazy gust was causing the island to flood and the beach to, unfortunately erode like this. So now that you understand how this happened, let's actually show you the results of it. This right here is 15th Street. Okay, this would be the normal ramp you would come down to, or the lifeguards would come down to, in order to get down to the beach. It's completely gone. And I took the drone up for a quick little second just to kind of get a meter from the waterline up here. It's roughly about 14 feet. So this is something that you definitely, and I actually want to make sure I put this out there, don't climb this. It's very, very dangerous, very unstable. You can see how it will just keep falling down. Now, obviously, as you're moving down, I guess southern and northern, you can see how bad the damage is, but I believe this is the worst of it in the sense of, like, North Wildwood itself has no dunes, and that's something that obviously the mayor of North Wildwood is working with the DEP. He actually just put a whole letter out about it, and I can actually link that down below, asking the government to reevaluate this because we really need to get this under control. But right now, I'm gonna get the drone in the sky to give you guys a view of what this looks like, because I don't think, like, on camera, it really points out the scale of how massive this is. So let's go ahead and get the bird in the sky. So there you guys go. That's the drone footage from a bird's point of view of what this looks like. There are a couple projects down the pipeline which will fix all this. Obviously in the springtime, we're gonna get the normal beach replenishment where they bring in sand from Wildwood, truck it down and release it. But the issue with this is more than 50% of the dune. This is some heavy duty work here. I know in North Wildwood, we'll probably make a video about this, but there's going to be an emergency, some kind of DEP application to allow the city to either put in an extended bulkhead or something like that. We'll save that for another video, but something does need to be done. We need New Jersey, we need the government to come back to North Wildwood, see the damage for themselves, and have them understand that we need these projects. We need to be able to dredge the inlet. We need to put bulkheads down the entire way of Wildwood, because if these dunes weren't here, or if the bulkheads in Wildwood, North Wildwood weren't there, just keep going, or if the bulkheads in North Wildwood weren't there, this damage could have been to people's houses. This could have been property ripped down because of these waves and these winds. I mean, if you guys saw some of the images that we put online about 2 weeks ago and a week ago, you would have seen how flooded the island was. So we need these bulkheads. So New Jersey DEP and other officials, please look at our application, revisit it. The money's there, we just need to get started on it. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. And guys, as always, I'll see you on the beach. Which one right now? See you later. Bye.
Watch the tram car, please. 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 Watch the tram car, please.